Hello and welcome back to goldstocktrades.com. Today we have a new and special guest with us, Kyler Hardy. Kyler is CEO of Equitas Resources, which can be traded as EQT on the TSX Venture. Thanks, Kyler, for being here with us today.
Thanks very much, Jeb. I'm really excited to be here with you today and discuss our little company we got work going on here.
Kyler, let's start with the management team. I noticed when I looked at some of the bios on some of the exploration personnel that they've had a long history in Voiseys Bay and with some working with some of the majors. Can you talk to us more about the experience of the management team?
Absolutely, Jeb. So I'll just give a quick overview of myself and then go into the rest of the group here. I've been building companies and selling companies for literally half my life, since the age of 16 when I took over the family logging and engineering business. It's been a long, interesting career here, but started doing that and worked for a number of diamond drilling groups globally, as well as founded and built one of Western Canada's largest exploration management and logistics groups, focused on junior exploration. So sold that to my partners a couple of years ago, and ever since I've been working on public market opportunities, amongst a few other items, and been really enjoying it so far. I'm a business person at heart and an explorationist deep down in my soul. So I love this business. One of the other people that we brought on quickly after acquiring this property was a gentleman by the name of Everett Makela. He started with Inco in 1980, and from there worked in their nickel group globally, and very much on the exploration and development side. As the Voisey's Bay prospect became a real opportunity, he was involved in the due diligence and the vetting of that project from a ground level and a data level at the corporate side. He was involved in the takeover and has got some great stories from that time. But from there, he moved on with Vale and ended up retiring as their chief technical manager for North American nickel exploration. And his experience coming into this company, he called us up to join the group. After he saw that we acquired this project, he's personally been on this project in the past when it was in Vale's and Inco's hands, and he wants to finish off what he thinks he started over here. So I think it's a great opportunity to give him that opportunity but also for the company to really be able to use that massive amount of nickel sulfide experience and apply it in an area where he's got some great past history, but also our exploration philosophy on this project really overlapped very, very early on, and was very happy to see that we were on the same page quite quickly. Another gentleman that was brought in by Everett actually was Alan King as a consulting geophysicist for us. He was with Vale for a number of years, as well as Inco. And when he retired and left that company, he founded another company where he was a consulting geophysicist on a number of projects. But his real specialty is VTEM surveys used to find nickel sulfide, nickel copper sulfide projects, and he's recognized as a global expert in these matters. And he is an outside consultant to us right now, but we consider him absolutely part of the team, and he very much helps guide our exploration activities. A few of the other people surrounding the deal that have been instrumental in helping move us forward are a gentleman by the name of Raymond Goldie. He's a senior mining analyst with Salmon Partners, and he's recognized, or he's on BNN on a very regular basis. As well, he, funny enough, was in the area in the 1970s looking for Voisey's Bay far, far before it ever was an opportunity. He was on a mapping crew in the area, and so he saw our play, and he actually approached us to join from a board level as well. And some of the opportunities that he's helped open up have been absolutely brilliant, and the lends a new level of corporate governance to the company here. So that's our core management team and part of the board. Really happy and very excited to be working with these guys.
Kyler, the Voisey Bay Discovery really transformed the whole junior mining market back in the 90s. I was wondering if you could take us through some of the history of the Voiseys Bay Discovery and highlight why Equitas is the first company really to use new age technology to look for a new discovery by Voisey Bay.
Absolutely. So Voiseys Bay, it started as a back of the envelope idea. A couple of Newfoundland prospectors were looking for some grub staking dollars to go into the area, and Diamond Fields was definitely not focused on nickel at the time. They were looking for diamonds, well, hence the name Diamond Fields, in Africa, in various areas of the States, in Canada, all over the world, and they had this little Voisey's Bay thing plugging along in the background that no one was paying much attention to. And it really started to get people's attention when they started pulling, 60 meters of massive sulfide out of the ground. The pentlandite chips were thumbnail size, and the areas in the world where that's seen is Norilsk in Russia and Sudbury, and this stuff was very, very attractive. There's a few quotes, but I won't go into them at this point in time that highlight how amazing it really was. And what that did, this stock it started at a couple of bucks and a couple of cents even, and moved up to a couple of bucks, and before anyone knew it, it was $10 and $15. And that's all of a sudden when Friedland and his gang really started to push this thing and really started to create a bidding war, essentially. And what this did, it really reignited a junior mining industry that was in a tough spot. It wasn't as tough as we're seeing currently here in 2014 and 2015, but it wasn't by any means a booming market at that point in time. So it really got people re-excited about actual exploration and getting out there, and this whole swath of land got staked up just extremely quickly once the news got out. And what it did is so people were looking for Voisey's Bay. Like I said, Ray Goldie, who's on our board, was in the area in the 70s mapping and looking for this project, like a Voisey's Bay, a magmatic nickel project. And what the discovery at Voisey's did was prove the concept right. But what it also did is, moving forward, there were no other discoveries, and that was because there's a sheet of rocks that sits over top of everything in the area there. What it did was it created this huge mystery of where's the second piece of it. We can't find the second piece of this thing. These projects come in clusters, and this is we've got one. Where's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 now? Similar to the Thompson camp, the Sudbury camp, the camps in Australia, and that these don't just come alone. So what it really did, it created an age-old mystery now that hopefully we're at the right place to solve and help get a little bit of juice back into the junior mining market again here.
So, Kyler, Equitas has completed a VTEM survey, and you recently announced that drilling is about to begin. So, can you talk to us a little bit about your financial situation, the money that you recently raised, and your current drilling program that's just about to begin?
Absolutely. So yeah, we've announced here as of a couple of weeks ago, or pardon me, about 10 days ago in late July, that crews had headed out there. Right now, we're currently building camp, and the geophysics crews will be on the ground in the next few days to put some further delineation on the 9 major targets that we've outlined on this project. We're going to be starting with the A, B, and C targets on this as the primary initial targets. But with that all being said, one of the lifeblood of a junior company is the ability to finance. And right from day one, we have actually oversubscribed every placement that we've done, including a flow through in December of 2014, a hard dollar round in February of 2015, and our recent hard dollar round closing in late June, early July of 2015 as well. So people are seeing the opportunity here and really getting excited about it. So to date, we've raised about $1 million, $1 million+, just around that area there, and we are in the midst of actually a flow through financing where all the cash is going into the ground to finance this next round of drilling that we're working on. Actually, our initial round of drilling, and for 4,000 meters that we're really excited about. And I'll personally be on the property as the first core is coming out of the ground, which I'm very excited about. It's been a long time since I've been and worked in Labrador, and it's such a lovely place to work, and the opportunities out there are they're elephants, world-class opportunities as we hope to see here.
Kyler, as we conclude the interview, could you highlight why nickel and why Equitas right now?
I think they're one and the same kind of story, if you will. Pardon me, but I like nickel in particular. It's because it's a metal. It's down and out. It's had a protracted downward cycle for a number of years, and that is, I think, is really a realization that there was a large oversupply globally. But what's also happened now is the world economy has started to contract in on itself, which just means less use of nickel. Even though the Indonesians did take their nickel production off stream into the global market, it didn't do much to the nickel price and actually increased inventories because it was at a time when people were decreasing the use of it anyway. So now as we see the global economy start to move forward again, and the wheels of industry starting to churn, with China, with Europe, hopefully figuring its business out here over the next while, I think that we're going to start to see over the next 18 to 24 months a move up in the commodity price over there. And I mean, really, it's looking into a crystal ball, but I think that the global and macro fundamentals are there for that to actually happen. And I've had a lot of great conversations with Ray Goldie about this and where he sees it going. And he's a big believer in the nickel price. And when a guy like that really starts to lay the facts out in front of you, it really it makes a lot of sense of where he thinks things are going, and where his analyst group thinks things are going. So with Equitas now, we're being very focused on nickel sulfide, nickel copper sulfide, nickel being the primary theme that we're looking for. I think that we're going to be in a place with this project, the Garland project in the Voiseys Bay camp, as well as several other major nickel targets that we've generated in-house. We don't want any weak players on the team. You get cut if you're not one of the strongest players. We don't want to be limping projects along that don't have the merit. We get to tap into all that nickel and nickel sulfide, copper information in Everett's brain that no one else has had the chance to exploit over the last number of years. And we get to use a bunch of his ideas now that he had when he was an employee to really go out and find the next elephants, the next major targets out there. And so we're looking in various jurisdictions in Canada as secondary targets, as well as Australia, and looking for opportunities that will rival what we're working on right now as massive targets with huge upside potential. So I think you're going to see a lot of interesting information come out of Equitas over the next say 6 to 18 months. You're going to see some huge developments with us moving forward.
Kyler Hardy, CEO of Equitas Resources, which can be traded as EQT on the TSX Venture. Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thank you very much, Jeb.